During the 2024 NBA Finals, Stan Van Gundy said the Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving are best offensive backcourt ever. Doncic and Irving combined for 51 points and 13 assists per game during their playoff run, which certainly adds some legitimacy to Van Gundy's statement. But spoiler alert, they aren't among the best backcourts ever. To crack that list, you have to have longevity and championships, not just pure offensive talent. So here are the best backcourts in the NBA history. After they lost to Michael Jordan, they didn't shake the Bulls' hand in the 1991 Conference Finals. The Detroit Pistons didn't win a playoff series for more than a decade. But then in 2000, the franchise legend Joe Dumars took over a president basketball operation and the Pistons started to blossom. Dumars brought in Ben Wallace in 2000. In 2002, he drafted Prince, and in that off-season, he targeted the great Chauncey Billups and shooting guard Rip Hamilton. The backcourt of the Billups and Hamilton soon proved it one of the best in the NBA with a perfect balance of shooting and the playmaking complementary to the greatest Pistons defense up front. In their 6 years together, Detroit averaged 55 wins per season and had the number of one seed in their conference 5 minutes. The Pistons made the conference finals in each of those 6 seasons, including 2 trips to the finals in 2004 and 2005. And while they lost in the 7 games, the Spurs in 2005, Detroit in 2004, while against the Lakers, remains one of the best undergo stories in the NBA history. Billups, who also won the Finals MVP, averaged 17 points and 16 assists during the Detroit tenure, while Hamilton averaged 19 and 4 assists. And they each made of 3 All-Stars teams, and if you think that 36 points between them isn't big much, then bear in mind Pistons averaged 93 points per game in those 6 years, which means their backcourt produced around 40% of all the team points. While they were the backcourts with better numbers with Rip and Chauncey, very few matched their defensive output, clutch basketballs, and playoff success. Another backcourt that played for 6 years together with 2 finals appearances and 1 title in the New York, and their nicknames were Clyde and Pearl. In 1970, the Knicks miraculously won their first NBA championship, led by point guard Walt Clyde Frazier and St. Willis Reed, whose unbelievable comeback after the injury of the 2-game 7 victory Wilt Chamberlain and the Lakers. Midway through 1972 season, the Knicks made Mike Redron and Dave Stallworth to the Bullets in exchange for Earl Mond. Mond was one of the best shooting guards in the NBA history at the time, averaging 23 points with the Bullets and leading them to 1971 NBA Finals. But the Pearl grew unhappy in the Baltimore, so he requested to trade upon his arrival in the Big Apple. There was a question whether he could coexist with another ball-dominant guard in the Frazier, and the first season wasn't easy maneuver because the Knicks made him come off of the bench limited minutes, which resulted in his scoring average dipping to 11 points per game. However, the Knicks did make the final 1972, but they would lose to the Lakers in the 5 games. Similarly, Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter played together for 10 years and led the Blazers to the NBA 2 finals, and even they didn't like each other that much. Rajon Rondo and Ray Allen had plenty of highlights during the 6 years together, including 2 finals runs and iconic 2008 NBA championships. Lastly, James Harden and Chris Paul, who only played for 2 seasons together, even though they didn't even make the finals, they got awfully close in 2018, where an injury to Chris Paul likely denied them the chance to win the title. And the guys who stopped them from winning that title are none other than the best backcourt in the NBA history, of course. We are talking about the Splash Brothers, Steph Curry and the Klay Thompson. The best shooter of all the time, the best catch and the shooter ever player were nightmare to the guard, and they changed the game of the basketball forever. In their 11th season, when both players were healthy, the Splash Brothers shot below 40% of 3 times, and their combined scoring average in the playoffs was whooping 46 points per game. They have 6 final appearances and 4 championships together, with 15 All-Star appearances with them. The Splash Brothers were primary driver behind the 3-point revolution in the NBA, with over 6,000 3-pointers made. Steph and Klay are easily the best backcourt duo of all the time. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, check out the next one and keep watching.